Yeah, yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Dashing and we back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel review. Today we're gonna be checking out some videos for the 4 attribute event that's ongoing right now. I am currently running True Draco for it, and I've seen a lot of builds, different builds for the True Draco, but I think the one I'm running in particular is really good for the format. So we got some replays here for you. We'll do 4 videos this episode, and then we'll do another 4 for another episode. So yeah, without further ado, let's check out our first opponent. He's rocking Salaman Great. I think Salaman Great is really strong in this event as well. I'm not really sure about the Mons itself because Salaman Great is one of those Cyber's link decks, and not having access to like the Borel loads or the access codes, I'm not really sure how strong it is, but compared to everything else, it's definitely going to be up there. So yeah, let's check out the game, see how that went. I'll also show you guys like a deck profile if you guys want to play. I've been having really fun with the deck. It is somewhat breaky, but that's just the nature of the game. When you don't break, you just win most of the time. So if you look at our hand here, we do have a bad hand. This would be a really bad hand. Okay, so we get Dynamite. We just summon Dynamite here, and we go for Duality. So if you look at our hand here, this is something very important to note. You could get Diagram, but in my opinion, the best thing to get here is the Summoning Curse. That's going to be really problematic for our opponent, so that's exactly what I get. I go for Domain into Summoning Curse, pay 500. So let's look at our board here. So we have a Mon that's going to allow us to use Domain. We have Judgment for primarily back row protection. He would need to... This is basically 2 interruptions, right? Or 3. You need 3 interruptions to beat this board. I can Judgment one of the pops if it's not... unless it's like Duster. And then you need to take out Domain and Summoning Curse, because standard decks can't really break through that. So he goes for Imperm. We chain. He goes for Ash. So that's kind of fine. He goes for Duster, we negate. So at this point, he only has 3 cards left. I see it's Salaman Great. When he activated this effect, I thought he was going to discard one of the Salaman Greats that you can banish in order to pop back row. But even then, even if he pops one of these, it still prevents him from playing the game. So he just scoops at that point. Solid. Check out the next game. We are playing against Adamantipator. Another one of the top decks in this format, I would say. Especially since you can have access to like the Ryzen, the Chengying, was it? Yeah, Chengying. Some other stuff. If you break, you can go Baguska. So yeah, one of the top decks, but we were able to beat it 2 turns, which means we went second. That's normally how it works. Like, there's no point making a video about beating Adamantipator going first, right? They can't do anything. Okay, and looking at our hand, we do have a bad hand. If anything, the saving grace is we can use Terra for a potential... Okay, now that I think of it, it's not that bad. We can use Terra to get, let's say, Diagram, use Diagram to pop return. We can get a pop. Or if anything, at the minimum, Terra forces a negate. If he does, hopefully he doesn't have like Ash in hand, and we get to bait out one of the negates. And then we can just demise. If he does go for Ash, we get another +3. And hopefully that's how it ends up. So he summons Coral Dragon into Riser. Draws another card. Okay, so looking at the board here, 2 Omni negates, and this is problematic because it's once per turn, so we're gonna lose a lot of resources here, but this guy gets to pop one of our cards. Both are equally problematic. I go for terraforming here, and he negates. That's fine. We go for pot. Does he negate? No negates, and we actually get lucky to get a Mon, so that's fine. We can just offer return for Dynamite, pop Baron, get another card. We get Apocalypse. This is pretty good. We activate Domain. We attack the Baron, and then we can just set return, draw 2, activate Disciples. We're gonna offer Apocalypse into Ryzen. But before that, he actually scoops. So yeah, you know, the deck does break, I will say that up front. No way around it. But, you know, the times that you don't break, you really have a good time playing the game. And it's not like you break off often too. So our third game, we are playing Trap Tricks. Trap Tricks! Woohoo! Okay, so I would say Trap Tricks is one of our less favorable matchup just because our Summoning Curse doesn't really affect them too much. Most of their cards are just set on the field, like back row, so we don't really get too much value out of that. And the Link Mons have immunity to traps, so it's a natural, they're naturally favored against us, especially if they go first. I don't think I played the Trap Tricks in this event that I went first. I think it was all going second. Yep, going second here. Someone's Maxi, interesting. To link into Shinobi Insect. Hagakure. I can't even pronounce that shit. Okay. Let's look at the board. So, I think if you pop a Mon, discard points to, you can special summon. Okay, so Baguska is already problematic, but we have ways. Our hand is not that good as well, but we get Diagram, so it's suddenly good, right? As long as he can't pop it with like Cyclone or something. So we activate. So it's important I activate Summoning Curse before I make my play, because once I pop Baguska, he's gonna summon a Mon and we're gonna banish his card in hand, reducing his card advantage. So yep, we pop return, we pop the Baguska, he's gonna summon a Mon, summons Maxi, banish that card, activate Disciples, pop the other backline, and we go for an attack. Yep. And then that's basically GG, right? He's gonna scoop at this point. Activate Pathfinder, get Domain just to thin the deck a bit. Yep. Scoops. Solid. And we'll check out our last game. We are playing against Flu Wonderies. This is also one of the... I would say those are like the top decks in this format in particular. Maybe Flu number 1. But Adam is definitely up there if you can't break through the negates and if they have extra hand traps, right? But Flu, I would say the Cosmos. The Cosmos is really problematic. And he's also running some Dark Ruler No More and shit like that. So yeah. Let's check out the game, see how that went. I wonder if I went first or second against Flu. Oh, we went first. Okay. A nice change. Our hand is really dependent on what we get with Duality. We summon Dynamite, Duality, 1, 2, 3. We go for pot. Yep. Get card advantage. Oh, we get Demise. Oh my god. Draw 1. We get Ignis. We offer that. And look at our board. Look at our board. 2s, 2 monster negates, and then interruptions with like spell cards. So what do we do here? Activates Fissure, we get extra resources. Activates Terraforming, we get another resource. Uses Maps. Unfortunately, I can't pop Map until he summons someone, so that's kinda annoying. We can't really cancel, but the good thing about playing against Flu here is they don't have M-Pen, so they don't have consistency as far as Dreamtown goes. But it looks like this is their play. They use Map to throw Dreamtown or, you know, banish it, and then they probably use, I think Eglin is the one that can recycle banished Flu cards, so that's going to be their follow-up. He summons Robina, we just strike it. Activate, summons Eglin. Unfortunately, we can't strike this because he's able to chain block. Smart play. But that's fine because once he summons the... what do you call that card? Snowl, or if not Snowl. Yep, he goes for Snowl. We can't even... yeah, we can't strike it as well. But that's fine. Once he attacks, we can Apocalypse. Damage step. Yep. Pop the maps. And we are in a good position now. Sets 2 cards. So what do we do here? We get Ignis. Activate Disciples. He activates Cosmos. We immediately chain pop our Heritage. That's gonna allow us to pop the Cosmos because it's not banished yet. Activates Dreamtown. We chain, get additional resources. Summons Eglin. Yep. We chain Ignis. And at the end of the day, the most he can do is go for the Ryza, Mega Monarch. And we could strike that. Can we? Oh, we actually can't because he chain blocked again. Okay, flips our card face down. Return some cards. Yep. We can just summon Ignis for Apocalypse to pop Mega Ryza and then flip face up Ignis. Double direct attack. He's losing a lot of resources here. We go for Judgment. He probably doesn't have map, so we can just Judgment the first bird we see, and that's gonna be game over. Yep. Judgment. Do you scoop? No scoop. Okay. Respect that. He wants to finish the game. We let it rock because we don't really have a choice. We just attack. 1, 2. That's gonna be GG. It's dashing. Solid games. Solid games. Alright, so I'll show you guys the deck profile here. It's pretty similar to what you would see with other builds. The main difference is we are running Summoning Curse. So, standard ratios, 2 Maiden. Some people run 3. I think 2 is still probably better, right? You never want like 2 Mons in your hand for your starting hand, and having 3 just adds to that. We are running Pathfinder because, you know, another search for Diagram is really good. And you can just normal summon this, get Diagram, get one of our spell cards, and then you have an extra summon for the Mons. Triple Upstart Goblin. I think this is mandatory if you want the most possible consistency, at least for this format, especially once since they limited Duality and Demise. Terraforming, 1 pot, Domain. You can argue more domains would be better, but the problem with domain is you kind of need a mon there, so it has a bit more requirement rather than just having Summoning Curse. This card won me a lot of games just because it removes a lot of card advantage your opponents has. And, you know, running 2 is pretty good. 3, I would say, is a brick because, you know, the deck is already bricky as it is. If you draw 2 Disciples, 1 Heritage, and then Summoning Curse plus Return, right? That's a brick. Can't do anything about that. Triple Judgment, triple Strike, and then the standard trap sets. So yeah, that's gonna be the build. If you guys like the content, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to support your boy even more, links to Patreon down in the description. I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers!